Hi guys, and welcome to the third installment of Cooking with Dog. 3 times we did it already. We did something before and something other amazing, and check it out if you want to. Today I felt, if you look outside, it's not really summer. It is actually in the middle of winter here in Germany. It's icy cold, but hey, I feel like Florida today. That's why I'm wearing my Bermudas and my flip-flops. And I thought I want to cook something summery today, something really easy. You know, you can quickly whip up if friends come by surprise or whatever. And on top of it, it's gonna be really tasty. So today we're gonna do the all famous Dog M77 special tuna salad sandwich thing. Well guys, I learned this recipe back in university. A good friend of mine used to make it, and he thought he got it from his grandma who came somewhere up north, north coast of Germany, Hamburg. So maybe that's an origin of it, I don't know. But here are the ingredients for it. So first of all, you need eggs. You only need 2 of them. If possible, guys, buy eggs that are, have the bio seal or something, and make sure, or best is buy from your next farmer or something. I know the products that are bio are normally a bit more expensive, but if you can afford it, then try at least. If not, well, nobody can really be blamed. But I always think you need to protect the animals, and also with your food, you take it in you, so it should be good. Don't try to save money there. There's other occasions you could try. And to keep on going with that, we need tuna. You can either use tuna which in its own juice, basically. That's what it says here. Thunfischfilets im eigenen Saft. That means tuna in its own kind of juices, and it's hand angled, just with a normal angling rod or fishing rod, and it's also kind of environmental protection, especially with tuna. That's kind of important. And here we also got a version with sunflower oil. That would also work. So those are these 2 options. Then you need a bit of yogurt. It's also bio in this case, and then some salt, pepper, mustard, and a cucumber. This is a pretty big one. You don't need such a big one. You maybe need half of it. And that's pretty much it, and then you can get going already. So first step is pretty much cooking the eggs, and let's do this. Well guys, if you're working with eggs, always make sure you double check, if there's no cracks in the shell or so, because if you get food poisoning from eggs, it can be really bad. This one is a good one, and I want to show you a little something. Like if you cook eggs and you don't know if it's cooked or raw, you can always try to spin an egg. And if you look at this now, this is an uncooked raw egg, and it will always, tilt a bit and have this wobbly kind of spin, and will of course also not spin that long. That is because the yolk and stuff is in there, and obviously influences the spinning. If you have a cooked egg, it's it's all a massive one mess, and if you spin it, it will spin way quicker and also spin longer, and not toggle so much. Like you can clearly see this kind of smiling with me simulating a wobbling egg. Well, the recipe is really easy. There's always the same ratio. 1 regular can of tuna, 2 eggs, half of such a cucumber, and a big bowl of yogurt, and it's half a liter. For the guys in the US, looked it up. So that's the ratio we kind of always need. So we can start with the cucumber. Always make sure to wash your stuff, of course, beforehand. Just get it cleaned a bit. The cucumbers, normally they come packed here, so I just unwrapped it, but still. And take about half of it off and put the rest away, and cut the rest, and then you just prepare it a bit, get rid of the skin, and that's about that. So let me do that. In the meantime, we let our water boil up. Take a small pot, it's just 2 eggs you gotta cook. Maybe you got an egg cooker, that's also an option. Some people have that. Our goal is to cook the egg so it's not really solid, but also not really unsolid. So right in the middle there, and it's gonna take about, when the water is boiling, around 3 to 4 minutes to get the egg where we want it. Okay, so we got half our cucumber, and now we just need to grind it up. Be careful with your fingertips a bit, but if you're not too hasty, it should work out fine. And just grind it down. It depends a bit. I kind of want to go into the dip direction a bit and put it on my sandwich later on. So I'm making smaller bits and pieces of cucumber. But you could also use slices if you want it to be more salady. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get all of it here, but really don't want to risk my fingertips. So yeah, that goes in here. It's all taken care of. No need to throw anything away. And that's basically your start here. Let me eat that cucumber, and then I'll be back. Cucumber. Okie dokie, let's bring that over here with all the rest of the stuff. The water is still heating up, takes a bit. And now we can already grab our tuna. I'm gonna pick the one in its own juices there, and as you can see, it's pretty much like, you know, the regular tuna box. I mean, yeah, something like that. It's about, how much is in there? About 160 grams of tuna or so. So what you do, get a little fork and you just open it up carefully, and you can pretty much put all that in here. Just put the tuna in here, and yeah, you can see it's pretty good tuna, as it is really soft meat right away. And yeah, if you have pretty cheap and industrial tuna, it will be more sturdy. Normally tuna is known to be very mellow and stuff. That's why you know, Japanese sushi restaurants sometimes pay, I don't know, for one amazing tuna $1 million. There was prices like that. Just recently was reading that on the Googles. And yeah, our water is slowly starting to boil. It's not fully there yet, but almost. Always put a lid on your, you know, cooking ware. It just saves energy, because yeah, the heat is contained in your cooking ware, and then the water will heat up quicker. Alright, the water is bubbling, steaming. Watch out, you don't burn yourself. I got a little stopwatch here. 4 minutes. 4 minutes should be a good time for those eggs. And yeah, you do it like that. You put it on a spoon and then carefully lower it on the side. The can't go too close, otherwise the camera will catch some fog. But you know, just make sure to carefully lower it in on the side like that. And yeah, nothing much can happen. Actually, you will not burn yourself also. Just be careful when you're handling boiling water. And yeah, now start the timer. I'm gonna do that now. Start. So it doesn't have to be exactly 4 minutes, but around 3 to 4 minutes. You don't want to cook it up all super hard. You want to have it a bit, soft, as mentioned. Hi, Gracie. Sit. 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 Gracie. Sit. Komm her. Und sit. Ja. Now I gotta wash my hands. Alright, so while the eggs are boiling, we only got like 50 seconds to go or so. You can continue here already with the next step in preparing your epic tuna salad, aka sandwich, whatever thing. And yeah, the yogurt needs to go in there. So you pretty much just dump all the yogurt in there, and you know, get a spoon and get the rest of it too. So here we go. Scratch it out a bit so you don't waste anything of the nice yogurt. Just put it in there. We got most of it here, and you can start scrambling it a little bit and mix it up already, and it will get that yummy tuna consistency. And you know, the bite comes from the cucumber, so it doesn't feel so smooshy or so in your mouth. So you have actually something to bite on. And hey, okay, egg time. So turn it off and get our spoon we used, and yeah, I have a little sieve here, and yeah, that egg actually cracked open here. You can see right there. It's not that bad. If you want to prevent that entirely, you can take a little needle or something and poke a tiny hole into the egg. That will help, of course, so it doesn't break. Obviously, if it gets hot, it's extending and then the shell can break. If you want to prevent that, poke it beforehand. Yeah, and then basically we go over to a water source and cool it down with cold water. Flush it for 10-30 seconds or so. That will make it easier for you to peel off the shell if you cool it down like that. So, doing that right now. And now it's time to take the first egg. Keep in mind you just boiled them, so the insides can still be a bit hot. And as we didn't cook it so long, the whole egg is a bit fragile. But if you cooled it down properly, well, this one broke here, so it's a bit of a mess, but it still works. You see, if you cooled it down properly, here where the egg didn't break, you can really easily peel off the shell. And yeah, if you do this, you will feel the egg is a bit warm inside and it's soft. And you need to be careful, don't press it too hard. Be gentle with the egg right now. You know, you guys out there, you know how to handle your eggs. Be careful with them. And when we're done with that, make sure you have no shell left. And yeah, then put the whole egg inside your salad. Can rest there, and yeah, pretty much for the other egg we do the same thing. Smash it gently on a flat hard surface and then peel it off carefully. There is an inner hide, so that if you grab that, you should be able to peel it off right there. It's a small hide just below the shell. And then yeah, peel off what you can, and it should go fairly easy if you made sure to cool it down right after boiling quite well. If you didn't do that carefully, I didn't do it too well, you might have some trouble. Here the egg is breaking apart now, so I'm trying to have less casualties. Take off the top, and you can see the yolk is still a bit soft in there. Okay, we make sure we have no shell on there. Dump it in there with it, and now we grab the rest from the other egg. Okay, pretty much no shell on there. And yeah, now you just go in and break down the eggs a little bit. Let's bring it over here to Karen's cell phone. You can see it. So yeah, you just, you know, break the egg pieces down a little bit, but not too much, and do like that. You know, you don't need any fancy tools for it. Spoon is enough. Now it's pretty much almost done. Now you need a bit of mustard. It's like normal middle hot mustard, nothing too fancy, and you need about, say, that much, like not really a full tablespoon. If you want a bit more spice in it, use a bit more, and just stir it in there. You need to make sure to mix it well, and yeah, that will give a special taste note you want in that. And last but not least, of course, like for every normal dish pretty much, you need some pepper. I chose more light pepper here, white pepper. You can also use other pepper, and you of course don't have to freshly grind it, but I just like the taste of freshly ground pepper over the regular stuff. Put some in there. It's all about how you feel, how much you want. Some salt, maybe about that amount for a start. You know, keep in mind tuna is also a bit salty, so don't go too crazy with it. And that's pretty much it. Doesn't look too yummy on the first glance, that's for sure. But it tastes really, really good. Let me quickly taste it. Yeah. I suggest though, you put it in the fridge and cool it down for a while and let it sit so it kind of mixes up a bit better, and then you have this really light, fresh thing you probably would rather eat in the summer. And yeah, I'll show you how you would prepare it. I got some sandwiches here, and yeah, then I'll be back. Alright guys, so it's done. Here we go, tuna sandwiches. Tuna salad something sandwiches. I'm not a guy who likes to put too much stuff on the sandwich, but I can tell you it tastes really, really good. Yeah, I toasted it a bit. It's just so good. It's simple and good, and yeah, give it a try. It really tastes good. And normally if I make a bucket of these things, I eat it in a day. I will end up just, you know, eating it like that, and yeah, having some bread on the side is just fresh and tastes good. I like it. It's also healthy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta eat now. Sorry for speaking with a full mouth. Hey, but this is Cooking with Dog. Hope you enjoyed. See you soon. Maybe next Sunday we do something else. I'm enjoying these real life videos. I hope you do too. Try out the recipe. Let me know on Twitter or excuse me, other social media how it turned out for you. Of course, here in the comment section as well. Bye guys.